Once again, I welcome you all for Standard 6th, subject General Science. Today we will be continuing with chapter number 8, Our Skeletal System and the Skin Module 2. My name is Ms. Jagjit Kaur. Students, before starting with Module 2, let us recall what we have studied in Module 1. So we studied that the system which gives definite shape to the body, provides support and protects the delicate organs inside the body is known as the skeletal system. Bones are hard and non-flexible structures forming the framework of the skeletal system. There are 206 bones in an adult human body. Depending upon the size and shape, bones are classified into following four types, that is long bones, short bones, flat bones, and irregular bones. A severe accident may lead to a broken bone, especially bones in the legs or arms, and this broken bone is known as a fracture. A fracture in the bone can be identified by an imaging technique that uses X-ray. X-ray image helps to identify the exact spot where the bone is broken. Joints are defined as the places where two or more than two bones are connected to each other. A type of connective tissue known as ligament is present at the joints connecting two bones at each other. Joints can be classified as movable joint and immovable joint, and we have studied about the movable joints. Movable joints are further classified as hinge joint, ball and socket joint, and gliding joint. Students, now first let us see what are the learning objectives of today's module. So in today's module, you all will be understanding about human skeleton. Human skeleton is divided into two parts, that is axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Then you will be learning about the skin, structure of the skin, functions of the skin. Then you will be understanding about the sweat glands, melanin, and aging of skin. Students, now first let's understand about human skeleton. All bones with cartilage form the skeletal system of our body. Now students, what is cartilage? About cartilage we have discussed in our module 1. Yes, correct. Cartilage is a tough but flexible tissue that is the main type of connective tissue in the body. And the human skeleton can be divided into two parts, that is axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton is situated along the central vertical axis of the body. It consists of the skull, the spine, and the rib cage. And the appendicular skeleton is made up of bones of the upper and lower limbs, that is arms and legs, on either side of the central axis. Students, now let's learn about the axial skeleton, the skull. It is also called as cranium. Skull is made up of flat and strong bones forming the head and the face region. It comprises of 22 bones, out of which 8 are found in the head region and 14 are found in the face region. And joints in this region are immovable, that is except the lower jaw. Now what is the function of the skull? Skull protects the brain. The main function of the skull is to protect the brain. Now let's learn about the rib cage. Rib cage is made up of one flat bone known as the sternum, connected to which are 12 pairs, that is 24 numbers, of semicircular bones known as ribs. The sternum and 12 pairs of ribs together form a cage-like structure known as the rib cage, that is chest cavity, and the joints in this region are immovable. Now, what is the function of the rib cage? The rib cage protects vital body organs like the heart, liver, and lungs. Now let's learn about the spine, that is backbone or vertebral column. Spine is made up of padlock-shaped bones stacked over each other. Each of the padlock-shaped bone is known as the vertebra. 33 such vertebrae stack to form the columnar structure known as the vertebral column or backbone. Now, what is the function of the backbone? Vertebrae provide the necessary flexibility to the vertebral column that helps us to bend, walk, and sit upright. It protects the delicate spinal cord which arises from the brain, forming a network of nerves in the body. Now let's understand about appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton forms the peripheral skeleton located on either sides of the axial skeleton. It comprises of the limbs, that is the two arms and the two legs. Each limb is made up of 30 bones which vary in size, length and shape. Joints in this region are movable and thus help in making movement. Students, do you know that there are 3 bones in each of the ears? Of these, the stirrup is the smallest bone in our body. It is as small as a grain of rice and is hollow. Its shape is like that of a stirrup. And in the human body, the longest and strongest bone is the thigh bone or the femur. Now students, can you recall which organ helps us to sense whether something is hot or cold, rough or smooth, etc.? Yes, it's skin. Skin is the outermost covering of the skeletal system. It is an important and large organ in the body of all the living beings. The skin has hairs. The skin present at the tip of the fingers and toes bears nails. And skin is the most important sensory organ of the body concerned with the sense of touch. Now let's understand the structure of the skin. Skin consists of mainly 2 layers, that is epidermis, it is the outermost layer, and dermis, it lies below the epidermis. A network of blood vessels and nerve fibers lie below the dermis. And below this network, there is subcutaneous layer, that is hypodermis, which maintains a normal body temperature. Now let's understand what are the functions of the skin. Skin mainly functions as a sensory organ of touch. Thus, it helps us to differentiate between hot, cold, rough and smooth surfaces. It protects the internal organs of the body, muscles and bones. It produces sweat to regulate body temperature. It helps in preserving the moisture in the body. It synthesizes vitamin D and it gives protection from heat and cold. Students, now let's understand about sweat glands. The glands which are present in the skin and secrete sweat are known as sweat glands. When we exercise or play in the hot sun, the temperature of our skin rises. Due to this, our body starts secreting sweat, which helps to reduce the body temperature and maintain it at approximately 37 degrees Celsius. Now, what is melanin? Certain glands present in epidermis layer of the skin synthesize a pigment called melanin. Fairness or darkness of the skin is decided by the percentage of melanin in it. However, the color of the skin also depends on the climate. Melanin determines the hair color too, and it even protects our skin and inner parts from the harmful ultraviolet rays. Students, what is aging of skin? Our skin ages as we grow older. The proportion of fat beneath the skin decreases, causing wrinkles on the skin. And older people have wrinkled skin which is dry to touch, while young individuals have firm, moist skin. So students, this was the end of the chapter. Now let us summarize what we have learned in this module. So we learned that all bones with cartilage form the skeletal system. Human skeleton is classified into two parts, that is axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton is situated along the central vertical axis of the body. It comprises of the skull, rib cage and the spine. Appendicular skeleton form the peripheral skeleton. It comprises of the limbs, that is two arms and two legs. Skin is the most important sensory organ of the body, concerned with the sense of touch. And skin consists of mainly two layers, that is epidermis and dermis. A network of blood vessels and nerve fibers lie below the dermis. Below this network, there is subcutaneous layer, that is hypodermis. Skin mainly functions as a sensory organ of touch. The glands which are present in the skin and secrete sweat are known as sweat glands. And certain glands present in the epidermis layer of the skin synthesize a pigment called melanin. Students, now here is an assignment for you all. You have to answer the following questions. The first question is, where is stirrup located? Yes, stirrup, that is the smallest bone in the body, is located in the ear. The second question, name the layer of skin which maintains normal body temperature. So which is the layer of the skin? Yes, subcutaneous layer maintains normal body temperature. Then the third question, which vitamin is synthesized after human body is exposed to sun rays? Yes, correct. It's vitamin D is synthesized after human body is exposed to sun rays. Then the fourth question, what is the other name for subcutaneous layer? Yes, hypodermis is the other name for subcutaneous layer. Now the second question for the assignment is you have to complete the following flow chart. Now students, this flow chart is about human skeleton. Human skeleton is divided into two parts, that is appendicular skeleton and axial skeleton. Then further, axial skeleton consists of skull, then rib cage and spine. Thank you, dear students.